Hey guys, I hope you had a great week last week, and if you have a reactive dog, that the videos that I did were helpful in your progress and your journey on having more pleasant walks with your dog and lessening their reactivity. This week, I wanted to talk about something that I think a lot of people are dealing with right now, and that is your dog barking when somebody knocks on the door, rings the doorbell, or drives by. Steps that I want to teach you that I think will really help in really curbing this behavior with your dog and reconditioning them. And the first one is having control over your dog's physical body by teaching them the place command and having them on a leash when you're working and next to you on their bed, so that if they do start barking, you're able to address them quickly and right there. So depending on your job, you may either need to set aside 10 to 15 minutes a day to work on this specifically, or just throughout the day if it won't interrupt your actual work and meetings. I have a video of how to teach the place command, but I also took a quick one just kind of showing how this will look when you're working at your in-home office. Let's check it out. Okay, so when you work on the place command with your dog, you're going to want to have their leash on them to begin with. And this allows you to keep them anchored in their spot. So if your desk is right here and their bed is right here, you can simply put them on their bed and then put your foot on the leash so that if they go to get up, it kind of reinforces them to actually stay there. And if they do get off, so Rooster, here, oh, and then you're gonna tell them place and put them right back on. And so this will help you keep control of your dog if they do start barking at the door. So that'll be the first step in reconditioning your dog to the doorbell. Now the second step will actually be teaching your dog the quiet command. And this is where you will actually get your dog to be quiet on command. So Rooster and I did a little video of how this looks in the actual teaching of it, but I also wanted to show you how you're going to have to touch your dog to snap them out of the barking fit that they're in to begin with, to even get their attention to be quiet. And so how this is going to look is that you're going to tell your dog quiet, and at first they're going to be barking and barking. And so you're going to touch your dog and give them a or no, whatever you use to get your dog to stop doing something that you don't want them to do. And then in the split second or two in the beginning that they're quiet, that's when you'll say yes, good quiet, and reward them with a treat. And so as you get more advanced in this command, you'll be able to have more time in between them actually stopping barking and being quiet and the length of time they stay quiet before you give them the reward. So it's going to look something like this. So if he was barking, I would want to touch him here and give him the or no, and then ask him for that quiet. Good boy, and then reward him. And so you want that touch to match the level of intensity of the barking. So if he's barely barking, then you're just barely going to touch him. And if that doesn't get his attention, then you're going to touch him harder. And so you just want to be firm but gentle to get your point across, and then really reward them when they are quiet. Let's check out that video that I did for you. Well, this video doesn't show that touch in particular because it wouldn't be fair to Rooster to ask him to be barking and then give him kind of a correction for it, but it does show how I work that command, wait for the quiet, and then reward him with a treat. Here it is.
You speak? Are you speaking? Are you speaking? Oh my God. What is that? Are you speaking? Quiet. Quiet. Good boy. Down. Quiet. Good boy.
The big thing with your dog, as I talk about all the time, is repetition and consistency. So you want to be delivering the exact same cues and commands every single time, as well as the same touch. And that's really what's going to bring it home for your dog. If you can set aside 10 to 15 minutes every day to work on this with your dog, you'll be amazed at what you'll see even in the span of a week. Now, the way you're going to do that, if you're home by yourself, you're going to practice either knocking or ringing your doorbell, and when your dog starts barking, you give them that and quiet command, and then reward them when they're quiet. If you do have someone else home, like a kid or a neighbor that you can ask to come over and ring your doorbell while maintaining that social distance, that's when you can pair it with the place command and asking your dog to be on their bed and then asking them for the quiet command too. So depending on how your job works, either set aside those 10 to 15 minutes, or if you're lucky and it won't disrupt your work, just work on it throughout the day in real time and just doing the exact same things every time. This is how you can literally train your dog to be quiet in less than 10 minutes by just working with them for 30 seconds to a minute every single time the doorbell rings, or if you live in an apartment, someone comes up the stairs, whatever sets them off. Just stay consistent, and don't forget, repetition is key. For more helpful tips and videos, don't forget to subscribe as I put out new videos every week. You can also follow me behind the scenes on Instagram stories or on Facebook. I love hearing from you all and making videos that are more helpful for you and specific to you. So leave a comment below, send me an email, or message me on one of my social platforms so that I can make a video just for you and your dog. Until next time, enjoy your pup and have a great week.